Hello and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkins, and joining me as always is my co-host, Jake Twito.
Hey, man. Third time's a charm.
The first time. This isn't the third time we've done this intro.
Look, you talk about Taylor Swift, you get destroyed. You try anything else. You spill on your shirt, things happen.
Anyway.
It's just a shame we couldn't shrink down and change this time. I can't. Whatever. Wait, we're watching Ant-Man.
Ant-Man Tron, basically.
God, yeah. Hey, hot take. Might be my favorite of the three.
Okay.
Actually, Doctor Strange it was.
Yeah. Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne are dragged into a quantum realm along with Hope's parents and Scott's daughter, Cassie. Together, they must find a way to escape. But what secrets is Hope's mother hiding? And who is the mysterious Kang?
You give me a positive and a negative before I give you anything.
I will do that.
Because I'm going to take a huge dump.
Lisa Shannon Miller of Consequence says Quantumania might be key to kicking off the big arcs to come in the MCU Phase 5, but it doesn't forget to have a good time.
I will agree with that. I think the fun of this movie was funner than Thor.
It's way more fun.
It's natural fun. Which, if Paul Rudd wasn't Ant-Man, no one would give a crap about this.
Yeah. No one would see these movies.
Which, this is the first time he has not co-written an Ant-Man movie. Probably
for the better. Maybe.
I think so. But, I don't know. Yeah. Negative. Go ahead. Let me not distract.
Barry Hertz from the Globe and Mail. Colored wall to fake wall with cheap-looking CGI, the film looks like it was shot from inside the guts of a first-generation iPhone. There is an aesthetic emptiness to it all that is soul-crushing.
I get that. I think that Marvel CGI took a step back a little bit.
Well, this was like,
Mandalorian. Yeah.
Right after COVID. This was shot during COVID, I even believe. And a lot of people got pulled off of this. Is another result of like Marvel treating their VFX people like crap. And they got pulled off of this to work on Wakanda Forever. And just, they were too many projects, not enough people to work on them, and not enough time because people would change their minds about the way stuff looked all the time. But this was definitely shot in the volume, I can tell you that.
Yeah, is that how Mandalorian was?
It all of the Mandalorian shot in the volume, but they use it. That crew was the people that came up with it, so they knew how to use it very well.
I think
it's used to great effect in that show.
Yeah, I think all three of these movies, you've said it. I didn't pick up on it, so like you saying, I was like, oh shoot, you're right. And I went back and watched a little bit of the other two movies, and this one I paid attention. Like after watching Mandalorian, a hot take, I think the Mandalorian's CGI is probably some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's seamless.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think they're filming in this room.
No.
This, all the other ones, yeah, they're in a room. I mean,
this one, so much of this was shot in a room, and you can tell where the room ends.
Which, you know what? And again, I've already made the comment to last week. Thor. God, that burp is awful. I'm so sorry. Don't edit that out. Let everyone know I'm disgusting. Oh, God. There's enough personality surrounding things where, you don't really care. It's Paul Rudd. I'm a firm believer that if Paul Rudd's in a movie, it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. If it's bad, it's still going to be good. It can be the worst. It's still going to be good.
He has a lot more... he has a lot more charisma than Chris Hemsworth, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good actor. Actually, I take that back. His character Thor doesn't let him be a good actor.
No, because
Yeah.
those extraction movies are really good.
Yeah. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, Scott Lang.
Yeah.
It's kind of a blank slate of whatever the F you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Rudd, you can do. And it's just Paul Rudd.
It's Paul Rudd being Paul Rudd, doing Paul Rudd things. But can
This
you
is a great
imagine
podcast done.
that first? Because that first Ant-Man movie was originally written and directed by Edgar Wright.
Yep.
Can you imagine an Edgar Wright Ant-Man movie?
No.
Like, that'd be so good.
It would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Did he just wrote it? That was it?
No, he was going to direct it too.
Okay. Did they take his script though? And
A little bit of it.
a little bit. Sorry.
Paul
I don't-
Rudd
Okay.
and some people added on to his script. But he had a script written. They hired him before Iron Man even shot to make Ant-Man.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And he
Yeah,
wrote
that-
it and kept waiting to make it and waiting and nothing ever happened. And so he left the project.
And dude, Edgar Wright, that man, I know, like good directors, people that understand film.
Mm.
That's the guy, man. Like Baby Driver, probably one of the best. My favorite thing about, I'm going off the rails already, but Baby Driver, I don't know, man, it's perfect.
I feel that way about Hot Fuzz.
I feel more that way about Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is brilliant.
Yes.
But this movie, though, starts with a wild monologue of Scott Lang talking about doing his memoir. Is that right?
Well, it's a narration of what has happened.
Yeah.
And towards the end of it, we realize it's him doing a reading of his book at a bookstore.
And holy F, Paul Rudd, just narrate everything, dude. I don't care. So, all right, little feedback from me. And I think I
Okay.
said this previously. I saw this in the theaters. I saw it in 3D. The screen was blurred out of its mind.
Mm-hmm.
My glasses were messed up. I decided to take 2 or 4 fireballs before, which didn't affect me at
Yeah.
all. But this is the first time I've seen this movie. I've heard it. I've heard the whole movie. I've never seen it. Yeah. Paul Rudd's voice, though. That's all. Joe was like, yeah, you know what? Narrate everything, Paul Rudd. Go
Yeah,
for
and
it, buddy.
I wouldn't, I necessarily think he's known for having a great voice, but he's got a pretty good voice.
He has the voice of an idiot.
Which is kind of his character in this, in all of these movies.
It's soothing. It's just like, yeah, man, I'm dumb. Great.
So he gets a phone call that his daughter is in jail. Him and Hope are living the good life. Janet is back with the family from the last movie. But he gets a phone call, goes and picks up his daughter. Before we get into, he picks up his daughter from jail. But a big crime that this movie committed was not having Judy Greer and her
I don't
the new
understand
husband.
why they weren't in this.
At least for a little bit.
Give me 2 seconds of the two of them, which I don't remember the other dude's name. He's in a TV show Netflix did about a house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he's a great. He's actually he did stand up before he was an actor.
Well, I'm trying to tell you not to watch the show on Netflix.
We've talked about it. I've heard it's terrible.
Thought so. Yeah, well, I'm glad you said that because I watched this movie over like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, I went, we didn't see her mom.
Didn't see the mom. We didn't get Michael Pena and that group of guys like T.I. and the other guy.
Michael Pena, he's out of Marvel now, I think. I think they won't work with him anymore.
Oh, why? What do you do?
This could be a random article I read that's not real, but they just disagreed on. I don't know. I swear I saw like some video he had of talking trash. May not have been Marvel, could have been someone else, but
I'll have to look that up later.
Well, I hate it because like, not
like,
that movies need a formula, but Ant-Man,
that crew down in the quantum realm would have been hilarious.
That's my note. One of my notes was, give me his crew in the quantum realm and leave them there.
Yeah.
Like, let them be like, hey, this is our homes, man. We love this. Go for it.
So we get Cassie back to the house after she's we're supposed to think she's the best on the planet because she stopped the cops from clearing out a homeless camp in the middle of San Francisco. And we go to a family meeting and we figure out that Cassie has a suit. And Hank Pym's been helping her learn stuff about the quantum realm, and she's, I had to learn up to grow up by myself or whatever. And I was like, well, dude was blipped for 5 years, girl. Like, calm down.
Yeah, well, Preston, it's time for our little ceremonial thing I've got here. Ready?
All right.
Kids and Marvel movies overtaking everyone else. All of these movies have this. Go kill yourself.
I don't think they all do.
Wait. Sorry, hold on. Had to close it. We're good.
I don't think they all do.
Yeah, she's not bad. The girl's not bad in this movie. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This is my exception to all that. It's all good. It's out of the way now. We're good.
Yeah. They're obviously trying to set up the Young Avengers with all these teenagers that are showing up. Whether that's going to happen, who knows? But
which power move? Let this crash and burn. Anyways, this movie. Yeah, go ahead. Anyways.
So we figure out that they've got a thing down in the quantum realm, and Janet's being dodgy about what happened to her, and they're they don't really press her on it. Like, they just have one or two, because we don't spend much time in the real world before we get sucked down in there.
This movie is, I think I said it, I don't know which one of the past two. This movie goes, hey, welcome to the movie. Here's the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
you want an inciting incident in the first 15 minutes? How about the first 5 minutes?
Yeah, this girl set up a beacon. Now we're getting screwed.
Yeah. So everyone gets sucked into the quantum realm. And, of course, everyone gets divided down there. We've got Hope, Janet, and Hank on one team, and Scott and Cassie on the other. And we're in the version of the quantum realm that we've never seen. And people have questions about that, and she's like, oh, well, it's under a layer of, like, no, it was just y'all didn't know what this what was in the quantum realm until this movie.
I paused there of, what do you think here? Yeah, it's flat out like, yeah, we didn't have a plan. Here we are. This is us now.
Yeah, it's like you obviously like needed to come up with an excuse as to why there's like plant life and people and beings down here. So it's like it's under that layer that you picked up Janet from. Don't worry about it. It's all weird dimensional stuff.
Straight up though, CGI is not great. I love the entire everything, the environment, characters, people. Like the characters themselves look fantastic.
I feel like a lot of this though could have been done with some really great production design.
That was I was about to say. As much as I loved it, could have done better.
Now you can't do a lot of the creatures and the flying buildings and the buildings that are alive in practical, but
God, you could have had a little bit of practical though, man. Like,
yeah,
just a tad. Even though, like,
at least the stuff in the foreground, like,
yeah,
it could have been such good, just design. But
that's what Light Boy. I don't know
miss.
his name. The dude that's got the light bulb or whatever else.
Yeah, the battery.
Yeah, he looks awesome. I was
Yeah,
like, dude, this is killer.
yeah,
First time I saw him was watching this time because the Seneca movie theaters are a piece of crap sometimes. You
yeah.
may pay $4 to watch a movie, but I expect to have unblurred footage. Rant aside. Um I was like, this is awesome. This guy, like, the design's awesome, incredible.
Mhm.
Do it practical. You could
Yeah,
have.
you could have if you just taken some time and done that.
Which I think, Preston, this whole 3 movie saga we've had of this is phase 5, right? Or 4.
This kicked off phase 5. I thought this was phase 4 when we planned these things out, but this
Okay.
kicks off phase 5.
So like phase 5, I think Marvel needs to drop effects. I think they need to really focus practically.
Well, what?
This movie's like there are things in the movie I love. It's awesome, it's great, whatever. Got problems, but you have money.
Yeah,
Just-
and I think they've even like the CEO of Disney and I think if Kevin Feige had his way, he'd say this too. Is like we're slowing down how much we put out.
Let's go ahead and call it Kevin Feige. How many more years?
I think he wants to get to Secret Wars and then he's out.
I do too, and I hate that.
Because then every single
I-
thing that he ever produced, every single character, superhero character he ever produced, will probably be on screen all at once.
Yep.
And then that will be his big swan song. And then he's like, you know what? Good day.
I think Kevin Feige. Okay, ride with me on this. This is going to be
Okay.
ridiculous. Kevin Feige was an indie director.
He was
And-
started out as a producer.
Well, I'm saying like,
In the
sorry,
big-
he was an indie person.
Yeah, Marvel Studios was an indie studio with
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Dude killed it. Kept killing it. And then the Disney world wanted more. And he's like, I can still do this. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just this machine
Well,
that I don't think he wants.
what really happened was they left him alone pretty much because Disney bought Marvel right before Avengers, the first Avengers movie.
I was about to ask you, when did they actually buy them? I
They
couldn't
bought
remember.
they bought them right then, and even when they bought them, it was like a hands off thing. It's like Kevin Feige
Nothing.
you can do what you want,
Yep.
and you go from here. COVID hits. Disney has this new platform, Disney Plus, and they want to put out content. So they're like, you know what, Kevin, you need to make some TV shows so we can put on this platform. And then they did it. I mean, WandaVision was a planned thing for a long time
Yeah.
because they knew that Disney Plus was coming, but all these other shows I don't think really were. They just started announcing stuff.
I don't get it. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. Sorry, this got really off topic, but
No, we both took it off topic.
I think honestly, I didn't think about this until I've watched these 3 movies again.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Feige vision is lost now.
And I think somebody said, I read a quote one time that said, don't learn somebody else's failure. So don't learn your failures. Like you can learn from them. So
Yeah.
I feel like them as a company, as a production company, can learn from their failures and move forward. And maybe we'll get some better stuff in the future.
I'm going to take a sidebar to say this comment. I'm kind of excited about the film industry coming up. It's a really dark time where no one's going to make anything. All of a sudden, these indie films, and we already talked about
We're going to get
A24
some
last week.
good stuff.
Dude, I'm pumped. Like, F Hollywood. It's all these remakes, all this bull crap. We're about to get some possible indie hardcore. Yeah, I'm pumped, man.
If you really love movies, and it's exciting, but if you just like watch the big stuff, then you're not going to see anything for a while.
I got 4 bids last week for scores,
Mhm.
and I got to see snippets of the movies that I would score, which I don't always like doing. Some like when I write the last 4 really good scores, I think I did. I saw clips, like pictures. I didn't see the movie at all, and I just want to understand like the scene, the emotion. Let me know. And these were 40-minute movies, just to be clear.
Yeah.
It worked out great, but these I saw what the director and producer's trailer was, not the people, which I can't. I won't say what they were. It made me excited again. It was like, man, this is awesome. I think I've got one of those in the bank, which is cool.
Yeah.
It is an A24 thing, so that's great. That'd be the third A24 movie that I've worked on. So I'm excited, but weird tangent. Sorry. Let me get back to Ant-Man.
I think we both got out some frustrations.
I don't know, man. It just, I don't, this is going to be ridiculous. I just worry about cinema. I worry about the future of it. I like going to a movie theater. There's something special about it.
I think we're
afraid.
With both the writers and actors on strike, I think we're going through a bumpy patch in Hollywood, but I think we're going to have some really good stuff on the other end.
I agree.
Once all this is over, we're going to have some really good stuff.
But, good stuff or not, regarding this bullcrap, they get in the quantum realm.
Yep, they're in the quantum realm.
You already said everyone's split. The, what is his name? Oh my gosh. He's not Hank. No, he is Hank. It's Hank Pym.
Hank Pym.
Yeah. I'm just used to Ant-Man's Hank Pym, not Scott Lang.
Right.
Hank Pym, Janet, and Hottie McGee. What's her name? Hottie McGee?
Oh, you want me to like ruin everything for you? The shape on her chest emblem is like a representation of the male organ of love. If you just...
You talking about penises?
Yes. If you just... Everybody out there, just take your time and Google Wasp costume and penis.
I may or not be looking that on my phone right now. And I don't want to know what I'm about to get, Preston.
Just put that out there to the world. I think some more people should know about that. So Hank and his family, they come across some Mad Max kind of weird looking folks crossing what I'll call a desert. They get a ride and then they head to the main metropolis because Janet has a contact that she used to hang around with in the quantum realm. Cassie and Scott are taken in by these rebels that live on the outskirts of said quantum realm, and they drink the ooze to learn what the natives are speaking.
I want to look it up, and I didn't. Who plays the ooze guy?
That's one of the crew. That's the white guy in the crew from the previous Ant-Man movies.
Okay, that's what I thought. That I was like,
David Dastmalchian, I think is his name, or something like that.
Okay, perfect.
He was in. He played a crazy guy in The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight is 20 years old. Is that right, or 15?
Fuck, are you serious? 2008. It's not quite 20 years yet.
Okay. 15.
Yeah.
Something. I'm sorry, dude. This is the most derailed I've ever gotten you. But
no,
I like this movie. Sorry.
This probably makes for a better episode, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look. Shut up, anyone. Listen to this. I don't know, man. I'm not sold off this movie at this point.
No. For me,
how did you feel? I'm curious overall. I know we're at the very beginning. I don't want to, but
this is like the third time I've seen this.
Okay.
And I think it doesn't really grab me until Janet mentions Kang and who he is, and we get that flashback.
Yeah, you know what? I agree fully.
Which, before we get into him, we know Jonathan Majors is going through legal trouble. We're not... That has nothing to do with this. we're talking about the work as it is.
What the hell are they gonna? Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't edit that comment out.
Who knows?
Here's Marvel's problem. Marvel's formula is we have a big bad. We're gonna do this. Look, and you talk about myself, dude. Tomorrow I'm gonna do something questionable. I just am. Cause I know tomorrow I'm gonna pull my butt out and my penis out and show it to everyone. I'm just kidding. I'm not really gonna do that. I'm just saying, like, you know,
metaphorically or
no. Marvel, their formula is we have a big bad, we have an actor attached to it. Buddy, as a business, that's not a good idea.
That was their idea with Jonathan Majors because of his performance in Loki. Like when they saw that, they were like, "Oh man, yes, we can get him to be actual Kang." But anyway.
But yeah.
So Janet tells them, like, hey, there was this guy Kang. He told me he was a traveler, but he could actually travel the multiverse, and so I helped him get his fuel together and touched his chair and got memories of him wiping out different worlds, which I don't know how that works, but you know what? Comic book logic, let's move on.
Yeah, which... Okay. Sorry, trying to figure out the right way to word this. Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, at this point, we've seen him in Loki. Now we're here. And it's like, dude, this is gonna be sick.
Yes.
I'm in.
This was the first time since Loki where I was like, ooh, okay, we're going more into the backstory of this guy and how he had this council of Kangs and they were at war with themselves and big multiversal war that they've teased, and so let's...
And Jonathan Majors, a lot like Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing a black card with that. I'm just trying to be clear of like how incredible of a villain.
Yeah, and he's such a good actor too. I think he's a better actor than Michael B. Jordan.
100%. Oh yeah, definitely 100%. Man. Again, I didn't really get to see this, like physically see it.
Mm-hmm.
God, dude, that performance was incredible.
It was.
I watched this movie. I finished it today, to be honest. I watched the last 20 minutes today, which the last action scene, whatever, F it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just, I don't know. I also, like, I put myself in the place of someone that doesn't know who Kang is. He doesn't compare to Thanos at all.
No.
But he's not supposed to. Like,
no, he's more of a tactician and more of a thinking villain as opposed to like a physical threat that Thanos was.
And so I know this is a hot topic, Marvel people.
Yeah.
Kang, is he Reed Richards' descendant or not?
In the comics, yes, he's a descendant of Reed Richards from the
31st century.
31st century, yeah.
Yeah, Nathaniel Richards is his name.
But they've not confirmed that in these movies at all. We just know him as Kang.
Here's my hot thing. Dude, why didn't they do that? Why didn't they just Nathaniel Richards him to Janet? Because she says at some point, "Who's Kang?"
Yeah. Well,
and I'm like, dude, do me crowd. They didn't own Final Fantasy.
When they shot this movie, they did not own Fox yet. I don't believe so. They couldn't.
No.
They couldn't say Nathaniel Richards. So yeah. And in that time, that Janet...
Shit, where are we at? I'm sorry. There's been so many things. Yeah.
We're in the quantum realm, and Janet explains the backstory. And in that time, well, after she figures out that he's Kang, she blows up that power source, which is turns into a probability storm later on that we have to go through in the movie. And in that 30 years that she was trapped down there, he's built this great empire that covers the whole quantum realm, however far it goes. And
look, again, sorry, I'm going to repeat myself. We talk about the past 2 movies we watched, looking at villains.
Mm-hmm.
This is a villain.
Yes.
This is of the 3 Phase 5 movies we've watched.
There is a villain.
We have, a legit villain.
Mm-hmm.
And he's I don't know, man. It's comforting. This isn't the best movie. Mm-hmm. I take it. I take my original comment back. This isn't the best movie of the phases. I don't know. But
there's also something in his performance when he's telling us like I'm gonna like destroy all of them. Like he gives you this feeling like, what the fuck did they do to him?
Dude, holy crap!
Who did they take from you?
I'll pause. I'll wait till we get there.
Yeah. When we get to that part, we'll talk about it. So,
yeah.
Fuck, where were we?
We got the Kang split. Where he's told about who he is.
Yes.
But on the cross side, we see Scott and Cassie. There we go.
And
they landed with the rebels.
They're kidnapped by MODOK, who is Darren Cross, played by
Corey Stoll.
Corey Stoll from the first movie. Who, what's your feeling of the big floating head in this movie?
Okay, so it looked better this time I watched it.
I think it was edited for. I think it was like improved for Disney Plus.
I do too. MODOK is not an Ant-Man full villain.
No.
I think they burnt him. I don't know. He's an X-Man villain.
Is he?
To me. Yeah, I think so. I think he's an X-Man guy.
Okay. I think he's more of an Avengers villain, but he's more of an Iron Man villain because he was like an AIM scientist.
Yeah, true.
But I didn't think it was very well.
In this movie.
I didn't. Yeah.
I think this was not done very well.
Yeah, because he explains who he is, and then there's that goofy scene where like his arms are small but his head's big, and then they take his drawers off, and there's a little tiny butt. And
MODOK is the comedy relief for this.
I guess. I don't know.
When Paul Rudd's in the movie, you don't need
comic relief.
A character comic relief. Yeah, just it's uncomfortable. I just don't. I don't think it's needed. I think you wasted a pretty decent character.
Mm.
That being said, I do halfway applaud. Like, yeah, you
went for it.
You did it. You did it.
You did. I didn't think we'd see MODOK, but there he was.
But you know what's even worse? You did Bill Murray.
Yeah.
You did Bill effing Murray.
His role was significantly cut down because he had some touching lady troubles, you know.
What does that mean?
Sorry. Touching I don't know. Touching ladies when they don't want to be touched kind of troubles. Like
yeah. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were I was like, what is this saying? I don't know. Touching.
That's just my way of trying to censor it down, but
never mind. Let's keep going.
So his role was significantly cut down. It is what it is.
Yeah. So we got again a movie of two sides. We're trickling back and forth between Scott and Cassie and the Pimps gang. The Pimps. At this point, they have their own starship.
Mm-hmm.
Hank has finger blasted the starship, and he is flying that.
Yeah, and they him and
straight up, man. Michael Douglas kills this movie.
Yeah, he's just
in a good way.
Yeah,
even like end of the day, he saves it. Michael Douglas. Man,
he's just having a good time. That's all he's doing.
Ooh, having a good time, but doing good.
Yeah.
He's not just having fun. He's legit bringing it. I'm like, yeah, killing it. Killing it.
Back to the Langs. Kang has them in 2 separate prison cells, and basically at the end of the day, if you don't shrink down this probability thing for me for my machine, I'll kill your daughter.
How'd you feel? I mean, it's in the trailer, which
they used that too much in the trailer. That would have been just save that for the movie.
I'm a hot take from. Let me not try and be big ball here. I got big balls. Let me not try and be that. You're gonna clip this. Marketing people, they suck.
Yeah.
My history, which again I'll probably tell you later. Hey, can you give us sound effects to help support this? And it's like, that's not a part of the movie. Like, I've seen the whole movie. I did a score to it.
Yeah.
No. That whole scene of, oh, you're an Avenger. I know them. I've killed a few.
They've been way more effective. It was like, are you like... I think he calls him, asks him if he's Thor. Or are you the one with the hammer? Is what he says.
Either one, yeah.
Have I killed you? That's what. It's way more menacing to say, "Have I killed you? Have I killed one of y'all before?" Like, because I kind of remember there was like some Avengers, but I'm not. I've been through so many different multiverses that it's fucking with me. So,
It's weird. I think they started to do this in this movie, and they didn't go full with it. They started to make him insane.
Which he probably should have been if you're stuck in the... He kind of is insane, but not like fully unhinged.
I think that's the character, though. I think he's unhinged.
Yeah, because he's traveled through
time. I don't
time.
know who I am or what's real or anything. Like Scott, like again, like we'll see it in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All of his selves, when he gets smaller here...
In the comics, there's a version of it. There's an older version of himself that goes to his younger self and plucks him out of time and shows him his entire life and says, "Hey, you're going to be this grand conqueror that runs all these things all throughout history." And that kid
doesn't that him all the multiverse Kangs, the Kang dynasty.
Yeah, he's like, "You're going to be all these different things," and that kid's like, "Hell no, I'm not going to do that." So he gets plucked out of time in a timeline that Tony Stark is dead. He becomes Iron Lad.
Dang, you're right. I forgot.
That's comic books.
Crap. Forgot about that.
Yeah. So he tells him to go shrink down this thing, and that, I mean, the Pims are just trying to catch up at this point to shrink down this probability storm thing to its actual size so it can be used as a source of energy for his multiverse time travel machine thing.
Which, Preston, dadgummit, the entire scene there, they sold it on the commercials.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was awesome.
Those different possibilities.
Dang. I hate kids being a part of any of this crap because, I don't want to have kids. Preston, we're doing this podcast in 5 years. Have a kid come on aboard. I'll tell that little bastard I don't want you. Dude, it was so God. It was so good. All the Ant-Mans being, just replacent,
replicated.
Yeah, and replicated out.
Yeah, it was great.
Chef's kiss.
So they all are. There's even one from Baskin Robbins that is in the mix. I can just imagine Paul Rudd just having fun with that. Just different versions of himself.
We talked about it at the beginning. The whole thing we're talking about in this movie is, I think you could just say Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd. So they all disagree at first, and our original Ant-Man almost gets buried, but then they're like, "Oh yeah, Cassie, we need to do everything we can for Cassie." So they bring him back up, and he tries to shoot one into the thing, but it burns out, and they all fall down. And then here comes the Wasp, and
all their multiple possibilities form, and they shoot a bunch of shrink rays in this thing, and then it shrinks back down to normal size.
Yeah, hey Preston, let me just go ahead and tell you that I'm joking around when I say this. I think it's bull crap that Marvel thinks that as men we need women to solve anything. Hey, listen, Wasp, go sting a butthole.
Even though you were well more trained than I was when I first got the suit, and the only reason was your dad didn't want you to die in this suit, and you're well more trained, and you're very much...
Yeah, hey, ain't nothing hotter than a hoochie coochie. Why don't you look at my muscle?
All right, Alan Jackson. Calm down, Alan Jackson.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
I really do applaud this movie for its feministic values responsibly.
Mm. And not like a pandering thing at the end of Endgame where it's like, oh, she's got help.
Yes.
And then actually, but building on that moment and actually having a leading actor that's a woman in WandaVision shortly after that, great job. You're not pandering to women. You're making one of your characters a main part of one of your stories. So,
yeah, I think that's where I like this movie, or I appreciate it more. I've just look, you didn't pander. You didn't.
It's like, hey, they're partners. One of them doesn't have to be better than the other one.
Also, I just looked at my camera. How I sit makes me like a fat ass so bad. Like, damn.
I look at myself every week in this thing, and it's like, yeah.
Dude,
but anyway.
I've lost 30 pounds in the last 30 days. It's not enough.
Good.
I need to lose like 50 more. But anyways, yeah. It's all like
it's typical, like in bad guy fashion. He's not going to deliver on his deal. Knocks them away. Takes Janet. The ants. There were ants. Okay, we go back to the beginning. Ants got sucked down into this thing, and they evolved quicker and became an autocratic society, I think is what
Preston,
Hank
I
calls
have
it.
talked to ants before. I have talked to them. I've connected. Let me just talk to you, Preston. Ants, they've told me. Dirt.
Yeah.
Queen, dirt.
I feel like they just kept writing this.
No, Preston, stop. Stop. Listen. Ant, dirt, Preston, ant. Sorry. I'm glad
Ants.
you're laughing because I'm bull. Yeah.
Ants.
Dude, we're skipping a ton.
Yeah.
There's fights. There's bullcrap.
Yeah.
This movie is ridiculous. It loses points for stereotypical stuff.
They just crammed in the ants at the end is what happened.
Yeah, they crammed the ants in, and it's great. Michael Douglas is like, "Hey everybody, I've been working."
These
Here's
ants,
my ants.
they made this autocratic society, and now they've multiplied. And
What he doesn't want to say is,
past
"Hey, I'm
us."
Hank Pym, and I've sent like 10 million ants to hell.
Yeah.
These ones made it."
So of course, revolution sparks. The rebels come in. We defeat Kang. You can think of the simplest ending, and that's it. It's like the rebels beat Kang and knock him back, and then the Pyms open up a portal. Not all of them make it through, and
Then they open it back up right away.
Yeah, it opens up. Scott has to fight off Kang to keep him from going through it, and Kang gets sucked into his thing and shrinks down.
Right there. The best part of this movie, the best. Scott stays behind.
Yes.
Portal closes. They fight. He fights Kang one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing. He lost.
Mm-hmm.
Best part of this movie,
Which,
in my opinion.
They should have ended this movie with Scott stuck in the quantum realm.
Oh no! I think they should have killed him. I think
That too. Yes, that's better. They kill him.
I think him and what's the hot girl's name?
Hope.
Hope. I'm sorry. Hope. I think okay. my 2 cents of
Uh-huh.
modern Marvel, more death.
Yes.
I watch a lot of anime, man.
Make death
makes
well,
me-
not just more death. Make death matter.
Yeah, like, dude, you beat the pulp out of Scott Lang.
Yeah.
Kill him. Kill him. Let his daughter take it up. That's what you wanted. Do it. Don't let him be fine and his daughter's going to take it up. He's going to be old.
His daughter
Fuck it.
becomes
Kill him, dude.
I think her superhero name is Stature in the comics because she can
What?
yeah, she can be a giant or shrink down. I mean,
Okay.
I would think of a different name than Stature, but anyway,
I'm going to be this guy.
be this guy.
I'm a nerd. Anime
No.
does this right. They don't give a crap. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man. I'm going to go to rant. I'm sorry, Preston. I'm going to rant. There's an anime called Chainsaw Man. It's a great manga. I've looked at parts of it. I need to read more. I really want to because it's so good. You fall in love with people. At some point, spoiler alert, they kill every person you love.
Wow.
They don't care. Marvel should get big flapping balls and go, you love Thor? He's dead. You love
fucking dead
They
now.
killed Ant-Man. Good for you. That's it. That's where I look at this.
We'll kill a god. That's what we'll do.
Yeah. We'll kill this guy. I love that we've done these past 3 movies. I've really understood, like, this is where Marvel's flaw is. Do not hold back.
Yep.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Do it.
Kill him.
I feel like there was a... actually, I don't feel it. I know it. I've read it. I've seen the script. Scott Lang died. So did Hope.
I feel like that was the original ending to this movie is Scott dies.
I think we all got COVID and wanted to make it good.
Yep.
Which, F
You been
that,
drinking?
dude.
That's a bubbly.
Yeah. That's scary, right?
Yeah.
But I think, no, seriously, I
Yeah.
wish I was drinking. Dadgum, dude. Yeah, let me talk about that for a little bit. Fireball?
Nope.
God, I love it.
But this all
represent-
leads to probably one of the best post-credit scenes they've had.
Ooh, which one? There's 2 and they're great.
Thousands of Jonathan Majors.
Which leads back.
To
Marvel, pick your people.
Yep.
I don't. You
You found this really talented actor
yeah
who could play all these parts.
Oh, talented. He is incredible. But Preston, for you and I think most people, yeah, he could be this monster.
And if Jonathan Majors doesn't work out, may I put forth John David Washington, a Lakeith Stanfield,
Denzel Washington.
Sure, why not?
Denzel Washington. When I watched this, I went, God, the best king in the world would be him. If that dude... Hey,
But anyway.
anyone listen to this, if Denzel gets cast, I get paid.
Prophecy right here. Putting it out in the universe.
But, hey, seriously, like, we normally, at the end of this, we kind of, like, not jokingly, but we scope over, what do you think? 1 out of 10? 0 out of 10? What is this, honestly? This movie is important, I think.
To me,
I
it's
think
it's a 7 for Jonathan Majors' performance. Like, that's what gives it a 7 for me. And it was a lot more fun than Thor.
Okay, so with what you've said, I want to change it, but what I wrote was 7-4. And it's Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
That last fight scene with the 2 of them only, I don't know. It was just like, you know what? Disney, we may not say Marvel, let me just say Disney, needs to really understand how to make movies again.
Yeah.
Do anything again.
Yeah.
Paul, yeah. I know Jonathan Majors, like, he killed it. He's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Paul Rudd, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was way better than Thor.
Yes.
Preston, I guess what I'd task you is, hey, we watched these Phase 5s. Rank 3.
What?
The 3 we covered, rank
Yes.
them. Gosh,
Okay.
Sorry. My brain quit halfway through.
Rank these Phase 5 3. Okay.
I'm reading while talking. Doesn't
Gotcha.
work.
Yeah. My number 1 is Doctor Strange
Okay.
and the Multiverse of Madness. Quantumania, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Were there any other Phase 5 movies?
There was Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and Eternals.
Okay, so I didn't know those were Phase 5, if I'm honest.
Well, actually, I messed up when making this, and like I thought that Ant-Man was a Phase 4 movie. It's actually a Phase 5.
I did too. So, hey, with that logic...
You want me to rank
your
Phase
order-
4? Because I'll do it.
No, Phase 5 only. With that logic, does anything change?
No. Well, if we're adding in those other movies, that changes, yes.
What? Yeah, adding in, what is it?
What is this movie? Like,
Yeah. What's your
what's this
add-in?
movie's rating compared to all these other movies?
Yes, sir.
Probably a 5. Real middle of
Preston.
the road.
This podcast has just ended. Goodbye. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard. Like, God, dude, Phase 5 is really good actors and actresses, shitty writing, bad producing and directing. I don't see. I don't know. I don't see Marvel coming back. I don't see new things being better. I don't know. Yeah.
I think if they change their plan and how they treat their actors, writers, and visual effects artists, I think they can make some really good stuff. So I choose to be the optimist in this situation.
If I don't get paid a rate bill, I'll die.
With that, we'll move on to what you watching, what you reading, what you
Nothing.
doing.
Nothing
Jake
at all.
working.
Succession.
I'm still on Peaky Blinders.
I gotta pick it up, man. I need to do it.
Jake's the most drunk, sober person I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I'm so, okay. I've been talking for everyone
All day?
listening. I have been talking for 3 days straight, like pontificating and just
Uh-huh.
Peaky Blinders. I really want to pick up.
Cillian Murphy, it's great. The episodes are long, so it's taken me
That
like
would be atomic bomb, Preston.
It
Then I
took me-
endured that.
it took me like a month to get through the first season. So,
Okay.
and that's 6 episodes. So,
Yeah, I've not watched crap. I've been playing BattleBit a ton, which is the like EA game Battlefield done better, but as Roblox characters. Whatever. It's so good. Other than that, man, yeah, like, being an adult blows. It sucks.
yeah,
Just-
it does.
Yeah. Tell me positivity, Preston. Tell me you've watched something that's great.
What did I watch? I haven't watched a lot.
Jeez Louise, shut up, Preston. Hey, guys. Love us on Facebook. Check 'em.
That's my job. If you have a suggestion for a movie, you can send that to secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on the social medias on Instagram and Threads at Second Take Movies. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like and comment and all that fun stuff. That's right below here somewhere. Jake, anything else?
No, just
No famous catchphrases you want to end on?
just one, Preston. Just one. Tonight when you go to sleep, you're sitting in bed, just crap your pants.
Just crap your pants right in the bed and don't worry about it till the morning.
Hey guys, zip tie your pants and
Yep.
crap. Load them up, blow it up. Hey, we're looking forward to next week. We don't know what's going on, but looking forward to it.
Actually, Jake said that he's not available next week, so.
Preston, fantastic. I am not available.
It sounds like you need a break.
From work. Hell yeah.
So I may find somebody to record with next week. So until then, we will see you later.